Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Deathboy, and today I want to make a guide for the Abyss Dungeon Kayangel in Lost Ark. This video will cover normal and hard mode. If you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would help me out a lot. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. This will be a 3-part video series, with this video covering Gate 2. Kayangel normal mode can be entered at item level 1540. Hard mode can be entered at 1580. This Abyss Dungeon is required for getting your level 3 set bonus. Before you enter Gate 2, you want to bring the correct battle items. You will bring the following: Dark Grenade, Panacea, and Sacred Charm. Dark Grenade should be thrown on the boss to allow your entire party to deal additional damage. Panacea is used to cleanse a potential debuff during one of the major mechanics, and Sacred Charm is used to cleanse other members during one of the major mechanics. However, if you have a support that will cleanse the entire party during one of the major mechanics, you can swap Panacea with Atropine to deal additional damage. As I do with my other guide videos, I will go over the major mechanics first, then dive into some notable attack patterns. The first major mechanic happens at 60 HP lines or below. Before you enter Gate 2, you should decide pre-assigned spots for this mechanic. Each DPS member will need to decide on 11 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 1 o'clock, top left, top right, or bottom. This will fill up 3 spots in total. Support will stand off to the side. The boss will teleport to the middle of the map and your camera will zoom out. You will see 3 objects towards the edge of the map: blue, red, and green. When the camera zooms out, the support should use a cleanse ability like Paladin Holy Protection. If your support cannot cleanse, use Panacea if you see a blue, red, or green debuff icon above your mana bar. You should also use Sacred Charm to cleanse other members that may have a debuff. You need to go to your pre-assigned spot, but somewhat close to the boss. Projectiles will shoot out from the boss that will try to go towards those 3 objects. These projectiles need to be collected by the 3 players. You will need to rotate counterclockwise. So if you are top left, collect a projectile, then go bottom and collect, then top right, etc. In addition, if you are playing support, you should use a damage reduction ability on the members collecting projectiles, use Awakening, or heal your party members. The projectiles that the members are collecting do moderate damage. You will rotate 6 times in total. Afterwards, she will show a colored icon beneath your feet. This tells you where you need to go next. If she is showing red, you will need to kill the blue object. If she is showing green, you will need to kill red. If she is showing blue, you will need to kill green. Every member must go to the object and destroy it. When you destroy the correct colored object, you will get a buff that will help you survive the upcoming attack. If you have an elemental debuff shown as red, blue, or green icon above your mana bar and do not cleanse it before collecting projectiles, you may die. If you are not next to the object when your members destroy it, you may die. If the correct object is not destroyed, you may die. If you kill the correct object too quickly, you may die because the debuff only lasts a few seconds. Overgeared players should wait a second before doing damage. If a support were to cleanse you while you're collecting projectiles, or if a member uses Sacred Charm while you're collecting projectiles, you may die. If you go clockwise instead of counterclockwise, you may die. Another way to tell which object to kill after collecting projectiles is to see where she is looking. Kill the object that is clockwise of where she is looking. For example, if she is looking top right, kill the object at the bottom. For normal mode only, you can cheese this mechanic by ignoring it and standing close to the support. The support should cast a shield and a damage reduction ability like Godsent Law right before the map-wide attack is finished. This will not work in hard mode. I do not advise cheesing this mechanic because in hard mode, you will have to do it, and there is no point in cheesing it. The next major mechanic happens at 40 HP lines or below. Your camera will zoom out and 3 clones will spawn. They will either spawn top, left, right, or bottom of the map. Decide on what clone you will go to, walk up to it, and counter when it glows blue. After you counter, your cooldowns will reset. If you fail to counter, ping your location and do not move too much so that a member can help you counter. You should not move if you fail to counter because the clone will keep attacking in a direction of the closest player. If you keep running around, it will be more difficult for members to help you counter. After 3 counters, you will need to go to the middle and stagger the boss. This stagger check is not tight, so whirlwind grenade should not be necessary. If you do not counter and stagger in time, it will be a raid wipe. In hard mode, there are 6 counters that must be done before you can stagger the boss. 3 clones spawn at the start. After you counter, your cooldowns are reset and a second clone will appear counterclockwise. This results in 6 counters total. The last major mechanic happens around 17 to 16 HP lines or below. In normal mode, 2 colored rings will be shown. The color of the ring will be blue, red, or green. Within the ring itself, there will be colored objects you can break. The goal of this mechanic is to break the correct colored object within a colored ring. If the ring color is red, you will break all blue objects. If the ring color is green, you will break all red objects. And if the ring color is blue, you will break all green objects. The inner ring will always have 2 correct colored objects that you must break. The outer ring will have 4 correct colored objects that you must break. If an incorrect color object is broken, or if the correct colored object is not broken, the boss will regain health and you will need to burn her down to 16 lines again to redo the mechanic. No matter how many times you fail, the boss will regain health and redo the mechanic at 16 lines. For parties that are doing this on item level, after 3 or more failures, it may be a wipe because the boss may hit the berserk timer. Whether you succeed or fail the mechanic, the colored rings will explode doing moderate damage, so you should hug the boss or stand in between the colored rings. In hard mode, there are 3 colored rings in total. Members with high movement speed should take care of the outer ring, whereas the slower members should take care of the inner ring. You should avoid using AoE abilities because you may end up breaking the incorrect object. Spacebar Mechanic. Throughout the fight, the boss will imprison all members and you will need to complete a spacebar test. You will see blue or black map-wide AoEs. You should fill up the meter until it is almost full, then press the spacebar every second or so to keep it close to full. When the boss is showing a black AoE, immediately smash your spacebar to fill up the meter entirely. The black AoE will be shown at random times. It could be the first or the last. The boss will only do 4 AoEs in total. If you fail to do this correctly, you will take lethal damage and you may die. Red, blue, green. Throughout the fight, the boss will teleport to the middle and summon a red, blue, and green object around her. 1 projectile will come from each object and head towards the next one automatically. The only thing you need to know about this attack is that you should not intercept these projectiles. If you do, you will need to kill the object that did not receive a projectile. If that object is left alone after not receiving a projectile, in a few moments, it will perform a large AoE that will damage nearby players. Hide and Seek. The boss will summon 5 clones, then quickly disappear, and 5 circles will appear on the ground. Only one of them is safe. You can tell what circle is safe via 2 methods. The first method is by looking at the circle and see which one has lightning coming from it. If your game sound is on, you may hear the lightning as well. Another way is by looking at the clones right before they disappear. Whichever clone has a glowing orb above its head is the correct circle to stand in. After a few moments, a map-wide AoE will occur, with the circle being inside safe. If you do not go to the correct spot, you will take heavy damage. Deska Lasers. The boss will stand still and summon red or blue pillars with a line that may follow you for a quick moment. The lines will then explode, doing moderate damage. It is best to not greed during this attack. There is a green version of Deska Lasers, but it does not follow players. It will wrap around the boss, then explode. Blue Orb Attack. The boss will stand still and summon a blue orb. When the blue orb goes away, it will either be inside safe, outside safe, or she will charge towards a member with that orb. If she summons an orb and charges towards a member, when she stops charging, the only safe spot will be right on the boss. X or cross attack. The boss will show a telegraph that is either a cross, in which behind her will not be safe, or a X telegraph where behind her is safe. If you get hit by the telegraph, you will be knocked up and take damage. Teleport to inside safe. In hard mode, the boss has a hidden stagger bar. When depleted, the boss will interrupt whatever attack she is currently doing and teleport to a random location, raining down green, blue, or red rain. The inside will be safe. You should get to the safe spot as soon as you can. This is considered free damage, especially for entropy players. Blue and red counter. The boss will rain down a bunch of red or blue meteors noted by red telegraphs. Watch your feet. A few moments after raining down meteors, she will glow blue. This is the cue to counter. If you miss this counter, she will spawn a lot of meteors instantly, noted by red telegraphs. Green counter. The boss will show red telegraphs from her front and behind. Then they will wrap around her and go to her side. When the red telegraphs on her side go away, she will glow blue. This is the cue to counter. Inside safe gravity. The boss will stand still and show a red telegraph where inside is safe. If you are on the outside, standing on the red telegraph, you will float in the air, then get knocked down on the ground. Right after the attack starts, you can stand in the telegraph to avoid floating in the air, but then must move away before the attack is done, otherwise you will get knocked down. Outside safe gravity. The boss will stand still and show a red telegraph where outside is safe. If you are on the inside, standing on the red telegraph, you will float in the air, then get knocked down on the ground. Right after the attack starts, you can stand in the telegraph to avoid floating in the air, but then must move away before the attack is done, otherwise you will get knocked down. And that will conclude my guide for Kayangel Gate 2. I did not include every attack pattern, only the ones I thought were important. I will leave a link in the description of this video that includes a written guide for Kayangel Gate 2. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. If you want to see more guides in the future, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to see me live, check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/deathboy523. I live stream nearly every day. With all that being said, I hope you have a wonderful time raiding in Lost Ark. Peace.